Hey guys, this is my honest review for Only the Brave, and in the spirit of being honest, I need to admit I made some bad choices before this movie. I hadn't had lunch or dinner, so instead I ended up eating movie theater popcorn and having a soda, and I also didn't sleep very much the night before. I went to bed a little bit late, so my mood was pretty tired when I went to see it. Also, my expectations for this movie were low, because typically if a movie is a big disaster film with an all-star cast, I just don't get much out of it. Like Deepwater Horizon, no. But when the lights went down and Only the Brave started playing, I knew that this was going to be something different. It's set in Prescott, Arizona, and it's based on the true story of the Granite Mountain hotshots, tasked with fighting wildland fires in the tinderbrush part of our country. I actually used to work in Arizona, and I covered a lot of fires while I was there, and I really felt like I was watching people that I'd met in the field and communities that I had covered. And from a technical point, the production worked with a former Granite Mountain hotshot as a consultant to make everything as accurate as possible, and it really showed. Also, the story isn't sugar-coated. The characters have complexity and they're fallible, and I never felt like I was being manipulated by the script or the editing. And even though I was watching a lot of famous actors, their performances were so strong that you really felt the character pushing past the movie star, especially in the case of Josh Brolin and Jennifer Connelly. He plays the supervisor of the hotshot crew and she plays his wife. And there is one scene in particular where they get in a huge raw blow-up fight in a pickup truck. It's pretty dark. It's really moving, and I applaud the movie for going there because it shows these characters not just as heroes, but as fallible people. It makes them so relatable. Miles Teller plays another one of those imperfect people, really a moving performance in what's ultimately a restrained role. Taylor Kitsch is also great in this movie. You fall in love with him because of his faults. And the movie is tragic because of that humanity. The special effects don't dominate, simple emotions do. I felt like where other disaster movies always over-dramatize events that are inherently dramatic, the terrible event in this film is no bigger or flashier than any other fire they fight, and that's why it works. The movie is painful to watch in part because it makes you realize sometimes things just go wrong. I cannot imagine what it would be like for the families of these hotshots to watch this movie, but I can tell you that it was deeply affecting for me. In fact, it overcame my low expectations to the degree where I might now have high expectations for the next disaster movie that I see. So my review of Only the Brave is, it is really excellent. It tells a deeply sad story with a lot of humanity and a lot of grace, and I highly recommend it.